Hey guys, NYXI here, and welcome to my unboxing of the NYXI Warrior. Now, I did just get this a few days ago. I'm going to show you guys how to set this up, what devices it can connect to, and what I think the pros and cons are, and if I think of anything that they could have done better. But we'll get there when we get there. First of all, this is the box that it comes in. I already started taking it apart a little bit, but it comes in this nice packaging, just like the NYXI Wizard whenever you first get it. Really good packaging. I already do have it out of the box in my lap, but anyways, I just thought I'd show you guys this. And then all the other little accessory parts will come in a little tiny blue box where it will say pack accessories or something like in the bottom up here. But yeah, anyways, other than that, let's go over what it looks like really quick. First of all, whenever you get it out, this is what it'll look like. It feels like it has the heftiness of like a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller made by Nintendo. So in other words, it's got a little bit of heft to it, but it's not that heavy, in my opinion. It has, let's start with the back. So first of all, it's got a turbo button on the back, just like on the NYXI Wizard, that will have the turbo buttons down here below the joysticks. They decided to move it to the back next to the new M1 and M2 paddle wheels, which, whenever you unpack it out of this box, you will get multiple accessories. So let me get these out and we'll go over what they packed in here for you. So you should have, like, I guess basically 4 different like bags of stuff that come out of this. So there's the short USB-C to USB cord that you will plug into the bottom of the adapter that they sent. So normally you would see these for wireless GameCube controllers, which that's exactly what this is right here. They added a USB-C port on the top, so you can connect it to your computer like this and play wirelessly. Now, whenever I say wirelessly, I mean I don't mean Bluetooth. I'll say Bluetooth and I'll say wireless. Wireless, I'll be talking about the adapter. So you could play wirelessly that way by plugging into a Switch, a computer, and I know I'm saying you could plug it into a Switch that way, but I'll get to what I mean in just a second. So there's multiple ways you can connect this together. Next thing that comes in the package is going to be one of these. If you don't want to ever use these back here, it makes it easy to switch them. You just push this switch right here. It'll plop it out like that. And then you can just put the replacement one on, like this. You put down, oh, if I could put it in the right way though. You gotta put the bottom of it in first. And make sure it's in place. Okay, maybe not the bottom, you just, okay, so I slid it in the bottom first. It's not very easy going. Okay, so that's my first con to this. I don't like how, if you're putting in the non-button one right here, if you don't want to use that, I don't know. I think there should be a way to make it smoother. That, or maybe I just put it in wrong, but either way, it should be a little bit smoother to do that. I'm going to go and put the other one back, just because. And that might be why it's a little bit easier. I can always put it in the right direction. Oh yeah, that one's a lot easier to put in and out. It's just the replacement one because it has more notches on the bottom. Okay, so the next thing after that is you'll notice these two things right here. So if you right now, you'll notice these can go all the way down. They're analog, which I love analog. I wish it was analog and digital like the original GameCube, but that's okay. At least it brought analog back. So to get this, if you wanted to not go down all the way, you just flip it up. And now, so if I don't want it to go down all the way and I just want it to go shorter distance, I flip it up, push it back down, and it'll go the full way. The buttons right above the triggers, they're digital, whereas these are analog. Here's the pairing button right next to the USB-C port they have for charging. I'm trying to think how long it did take me to charge this. And I'm going to pretend that it's not paired. While I'm thinking about it, let's see what screws it has in there. I think it's got Phillips. Yay! Okay, so all you need is a Phillips head screwdriver for the screws. That's awesome. Okay, next thing on the front. This was a cool feature on the Joy-Cons. I don't mind that it's not here, but I've noticed that these buttons do not have a backlight in them like the Wizard does, but that's okay. Other than that, I know because of the lighting you can't really tell, but that we got the minus button, the plus button, the screenshot button, and the, I forgot what this one was. This one's for making, I believe, custom mapping buttons like you could on the Wizard, where you could have, I think, these on the back, maybe, or maybe it was like certain buttons pressed a certain amount of times. I'd have to go back in this manual that you get to see what it was exactly. And then the home button is the NYXI Wizard logo on there, which if you hold it down for, I think, yeah, there you go, it'll flash right there. And more on that in a moment, why the different colors it has. It'll be hard for you to see on there, but I'll try to show it on my GoPro I have set up. The D-pad, it's different than the other one, so it should work a little bit better. These things right here, these are still replaceable. If you don't like the octagon shaped ones, they have some circular shaped ones, along with, if you want the, just like the Wizard had the bigger joystick, they have a bigger yellow one, so you can replace that one on there from the smaller GameCube size one to the normal one if you want. Let me see. I think that about covers the controller itself, so let's go ahead and see if we can get this plugged in. First things first, I'm going to start with my PC, so we'll go ahead and switch over to this. So, you'll notice right here I got my GoPro set up as my other camera. Sorry if it's a little blurry. I have to try to zoom it in because I don't want my whole desk to show up in it. Other than that, let me see. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the other stuff that comes with it. So, there's also a USB-C to USB cord comes with it, so if you want to play it wired, wirelessly, or by Bluetooth. So you have 3 different connection methods. And I will show you guys each of those methods on here. So first of all, we're going to start off with the Windows PC. Now, they didn't mention a Mac in the manual, but I'm pretty sure it should work. If it doesn't, I would guess maybe try wired or Bluetooth. Well, I don't know, wired, Bluetooth, or wireless. All of them should work on a MacBook. If you have a MacBook, just like it should work on Windows. So, we'll start with the cord first. So, we're going to connect this right here to the USB-C port right there. And thankfully, this is also threaded, so it shouldn't get ever kinked up. It's actually feels like it's pretty good quality. And so now, I don't have an open USB port. Where am I going to plug this into? Darn it. I wish the GoPro could actually use the webcam part of it wirelessly, but that's okay. I think I've got an open one back here for now, so I'm going to plug this into my USB port. Get it? Come on. Alright, so it's connected now, as you'll see. The status LED lights, like whenever you see player 1, 2, 3, or 4, they're going to be on the bottom and flashing green. Those will never change color. These 3 lights up here, just like you saw in the other ones, so if you decide to set the cogwheel up for something, and then that should change colors. I never really ended up using the cogwheel or the turbo buttons, so everybody has their own preferences. I won't be exactly going over that feature today. If I do, if you want me to go over that, I'll make another video and then have it added into the card menu near the top right of the video or at the end screen. Just leave a comment down below if you guys want me to go over that in the future. Okay, but anyways, we don't have to pair because automatically pair is wired. So, best way for me to show this off is, which I don't have that game set up on here, I don't think. Do I or do I not? I do not have that set up on here. Darn it. Okay, that's okay. We'll do Dolphin Emulator really quick. So, and I will set that up. Actually, I guess I'll show you guys if you guys ever played Dolphin Emulator or any other game, because this will detect it in your controller settings. Actually, let me go and show you that. It'll show it in your controller settings as an Xbox controller. So, yeah, ignore that because I'm going to have to show you guys how to connect it. So if we go down to other devices, okay, never mind. I'm going to go to more devices and prayers to bring up the old menu right here. So if I'm right, okay, so actually having this wired is going to show it up just as controller. So if I right click this and I go to game controller settings, I do that. So as you can see right here, It works perfectly fine. So the Z-axis is controlled by these. 560 A, B, X, Y. Let's see, 9 and 10 are clicking those. Da, 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 da. And then, okay, so the M1 and M2 on the back don't register as buttons on here yet, probably because they're tied to being whatever you would set for turbo or maybe the cogwheel. But I am curious. Oh, never mind. I figured it out now. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So it just shows up wired as a controller. So the next best thing we could do now is let's try and connect it by Bluetooth. And as you'll notice right here, the home button will show up as blue if it's connected, or I think if you use, I think it's Bluetooth. I don't quite remember, so we'll find out. So if we disconnect it, and let's do wireless mode. How about that? So wireless mode, I'm gonna get the adapter and the short USB-C cord back out and plug that into an open USB port. One thing I don't know if I'm going to be able to show quite that well, since I don't have a way of showing it. Whenever you connect this up, this has a physical button just like the controller does on here that will flash the same color. If it's not already paired, what you'll do is you'll hold this down for 3 seconds and it'll rapidly blink white. And you'll do the same thing on here. If I remember right, you'll hold down the home button, 2, 3, and okay, no, I was wrong. You'll hold down the pair button and the home button. No, maybe the pair button. Okay, you'll hold down just the pair button on the top of that while it's blinking white. And I'm going to plug this in. I wish I could show this, but I'm sorry for not being able to do that right away. So it is flashing white. I'm going to hold down the button for 3 seconds on the adapter. Okay, so that shows blue whenever it connects by Bluetooth, or by wireless. I apologize for saying that. Okay, so now if I scroll back up here again, let me see. We'll go back into here because I think it goes up better. It's probably going to be this one again, most likely. So let's try this again. Maybe it uses the same thing. Okay, so yeah, it actually shows up under that same controller, whether it's wired or using wireless. So same thing, da-da-da-da, nothing has changed. BXY, da-da. Yeah, other than that, shows up the same. It's blue. And I am going to show you guys how to connect it by Bluetooth and what that coincides with. So let's go ahead and disconnect it again. Do that this way. Let's go back up here. Let's pretend I already removed it, so I unpaired it from there. So the button combination to connect it to Windows is you hold down the pair button and X at the same time. And I'll show you guys, there's other button combinations to connect it to iOS and Android. So that was the other thing I saw that was a surprise to me. There's actually 6 total different devices you can connect it to. So the last connection method to do it this way is you hold down pair and X for 3 seconds. And then that should be flashing blue. I'm going to add device, go to Bluetooth. It'll be called Xbox Wireless Controller. And so the LED status indicators are solid green. The last 2 anyways on the bottom, that's blue. This is connected. You can tell that it's connected by me just moving that up and down. Let's go ahead and go back into my device and settings again. So now it'll actually be listed as an Xbox Wireless Controller instead of just controller. Even though it says it's running by Bluetooth, because it is, yeah, I'm almost second guessing myself. Everything still works the same. So we got ABXY, 10. Actually, that's a lot more buttons than before. Okay. Okay, so I guess because an Xbox controller has more buttons, that's why it added 11 through 16, but I doubt those will ever flash or work on there, unless I'm wrong. other than that covers connecting it to a computer. Next one, we will do the obvious one that this can connect to is the Nintendo Switch. So, I'll meet you guys right over there. So, now that we're over on the Switch, I will say right now, I'm using this one so I could, until I pair it up, because I have not paired it up to my Switch yet. So, first things first, I kind of want to try this out. I'm pretty sure it should work, especially if you use the, pretty sure you can use the GameCube mode of this, just plugging this into like a, Nintendo GameCube adapter. Well, I forgot what it was called. You know, like how you could plug the USB things up to the side of that on a Wii U or a Switch and basically connect GameCube controllers. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the name all of a sudden. But I'm going to do it this way first because I know it should work. I just want to make double sure. And then we'll do the other obvious methods. So now, I just got to do home button, just press it once to get it out of the sleep mode. Okay, so I take it back, I guess now. Okay, never mind. We're gonna do that. Okay, so I guess it unpaired itself. Let's do that again, press the buttons. It should stay paired once it's paired, but I guess because I connected it by Bluetooth, it unpaired it from that. Okay, and you guys heard the vibration from there, so. It is paired by that way through USB, so actually let's go look into controls and see what it calls it. Okay, so it calls it USB. I don't know why it says it's charging, because it's not, but that is the one that's on there. It is player 2. Okay, so I guess these status LED indicators aren't going to show us the proper method that it's connected by because it's going by wireless. But let's go ahead and unpair it, and we'll do by the typical wireless. And I will mention, which I'll do this last on there, hooking up the controller by the wired cord will automatically pair it. So if you decided to hook it and play it wirelessly, it will automatically recognize it wirelessly. But for this instance, we're going to go ahead and just do this. I'm going to do that. And this is going to be just flashing. Alright then, we're going to hold this down for 3 seconds. Okay, so it does recognize as a battery right there. I know you can't quite see it behind my camera. Well, here, I gotta smooth it over. So it does recognize it as how much battery it has left. So that's a plus over the Power A GameCube controller, which I love this one because it actually has the full design of it, but that's okay that this one is a little different. I like it. Okay, so it still connects. I'll have to try this out later on all the other systems and see, because this is one of probably my favorite universal controllers I can use. Okay, now that works this way, this should automatically still work, regardless of me hooking it up to the USB port on the Switch. It's still connected, obviously. It's obviously probably going to show that it's charging. Yep. So, move this again. It does show that it's charging right now. So thankfully, it still recognizes it. That's awesome. So, that's all the methods for the Switch. Let's go ahead and move over to the Wii. I'm going to skip the Wii U because it'll be the same method as if you're going to hook it up to the Wii U, because you'll be using the GameCube controller adapter thing that you plug into the USB ports on there. So, let me get the Wii started. I'll see you guys over there. So, now that we're over here on the Wii, I did not grab this beforehand, but let me just go ahead and grab my GameCube game. That should be starting up. Mario Party 7. Oh, wait, actually, it might help if I actually plug in the adapter. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay, there we go. It's already connected. Come on. Okay. There we go. Like that. I hope I didn't have double audio at the beginning of this, so if I did, I apologize. I do not want to have to do this again. Yes, I am using an HDMI cord. Don't display. What? Okay, my monitor just changed to progressive mode, I guess. I was wondering, you guys didn't see it because you're getting feed directly from my Elgato capture card, but my monitor decided to change. Okay, I am using a Hyperkin brand HDMI cord for both my GameCube and my Wii. Well, okay, got disconnected there for a second. Interesting. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Oh, it's pairing by Bluetooth to something. Oh, to my Switch. No stinking wonder. Hold on. So now it should be connected to my GameCube, hence when it's connected to the adapter, it'll stay white. When it's connected by Bluetooth or wired, it'll be blue. There we go. So the plus is the start button still. Yeah, I'll just go through the menu. That's all I'm going to do for right now. Oh, so cool. So stinking cool. Okay. So yeah, it works flawlessly. Now, I don't see any lag at all, to be honest. Well, okay. The only lag you might see is from my GoPro. Since it's not a webcam like the one you're seeing me from, connected directly to my computer. But it is like just moving stuff over right as soon as I move the joystick, and I should have silenced my phone for this. But yeah, other than that, it works on here, so why don't we make it even better and test it out right on the GameCube and show you guys that it still works too. So here we are again. I'm going to go ahead and just press this because the adapter is the only thing that'll work on the GameCube. And same thing again, still works. I love it. I forgot how many games I have in here. Ah, yes. Okay. So yeah, it still works. Okay, so far we've tested out PC using wired, wireless, and Bluetooth. We've tested out the Nintendo Switch using the same methods, wired, wireless, and Bluetooth. We've tested out the Wii using the adapter, and that still works. The GameCube, it works. So the only other two choices we have now is to test it out on Android and iOS. And you'll be surprised on the methods that actually do work and don't work on there. So let's go ahead and I'll switch back over to the other ones. Okay, so trying to make this look a little better for you guys, but let's start off with one of the what I think might be kind of interesting methods is connecting it and going wireless on an Android. So by this, you're probably wondering how you're going to connect it to that. Well, if you have a USB-C cord like the one that I should have gotten out but did not, you might hear some people call OTG cord or on-the-go cord. It's basically, it goes from, let me get it out, it is a female USB to USB-C plug-in because, well, for most Android devices, this is actually made to connect to a PC or a Switch that will have a USB-C port, especially if you don't play it in the dock. But mainly, this will allow me to connect this to my USB-C port on my tablet. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. I'm going to do it this way, and then we'll do it this way. So we can get this out. Okay, so it's still flashing. There we go. Okay. As you can tell, it still works. So let's go ahead and play some Minecraft with it to show you how it works. So even though it's playing wirelessly by this, it is still showing a blue icon on there instead of white. But oh, well, yeah, because we're connecting it to the USB-C cord. So that's obvious. Now, by default, here's what the by default the controls I think are a little bit different. I changed some of mine. So I don't remember what I changed, but I know this is what I have set up, and feel free to pause it if you have the same controller or playing 2 and you want to have the same button layout that I do. Anyways, let's go back to this. We're going to just create a new one. And obviously, because I want to show it, I'll go into creative and just create from there, and then whatever it gives me. Oh, that's cool. I found a ruined portal right away. Okay, so obviously still works. A is jump. I don't know what I set for B. Didn't know there was such a thing as emotes. I am very confused, but okay. Yeah, up is changing perspective. Yeah, okay. And then the right side of the, not on screen. The right side of the D-pad. Give me a second. So, pressing the right side of the D-pad puts me in crouch position. Down. Apparently does nothing on here. Maybe I haven't said it yet. Up on the D-pad changes my perspective. Left apparently does some sort of emote. Obviously there's move. It's a little bit of lag on this compared to playing on my phone, but that's okay. So left trigger is destroy. This is create. Y opens up inventory. Okay, I took the back, so Y opens. Y and X apparently do the same thing for right now. Plus button pauses it. Minus button, I don't know. Screenshot button, I don't think it's set to do anything in the game. Okay, that's cool. So crouch, or I guess whatever you want to set the clicking the joysticks to do. Okay, and then the buttons will automatically move throughout the hotbar. So that's cool. I might need to change on some of the graphics and then make it run faster. But that works on Androids, and it will do the same thing on my phone. So, last but not least, or no, I take the back. I apologize. I forgot to show you guys the other methods. So, let's go ahead and we'll pair it up the other way. So, let's do Bluetooth and all that. Now, this method right here, it should still work using the cord that came with it. I was just showing you guys the other method that I thought was kind of interesting. So, let's go ahead and do it this way. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to my Bluetooth settings. And then if it's still paired from me trying it out before, I will just unpair it and do it again. And I don't think so. Okay, yeah, I unpaired it. Nice. Okay, so let's set this off to the side because that's not needed for this scenario. So, for this, if you're going to connect it to Android, you'll hold down the pair button and A at the same time. So just like you saw, pair and X for Windows, pair and A for Android, and then the other combination I'll show you how to connect it to iOS. So we're going to go hold this down, that, and the home button will turn green. It might be kind of hard to see. Let's go down to the bottom, right there. I believe it's just going to call it. Give me device name, come on. Well, I know what it is. I'm just going to go ahead and pair it. It'll tell what the device gamepad. And we'll give you the names of what it'll be called in the manual too, so you'll know what to look for when you're connecting it. Okay, perfect. Let's go switch back to Minecraft again. Same control scheme as before, no difference because it still detects it. And time now. So, same settings as before, nothing has changed. Because I create more than I do. I did not mean to add wood, but I guess that works. Yeah. Anyways, it works the same. Let's see. What does the mode actually look like? Too bad they can't add that in on PC, but I don't mind. I like playing Minecraft on my PC better. Okay. Yeah, other than that, all the controls are the same. So yeah, it works on all three methods: wireless, wired, and Bluetooth. So let's go and switch over to the iOS. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I will mention, unfortunately, there's only going to be one method to be able to connect this controller to iOS because of how Apple works. So you can't use USB-C cords. As far as I know, this does not have USB-C. It's an older model that has the Lightning port, not the USB-C port. But if you guys do have newer iPhones or iPads that have the USB-C port on it, you can try it. I don't guarantee it's going to work because they don't mention it, that it will in the booklet. But then again, they didn't mention that wireless using this on an Android didn't work either, and I just found that out because I was curious. So other than that, the only method I know of that we can try and connect this to here is by Bluetooth. So we're going to go to Bluetooth settings. We're going to turn this on, and then I'm sorry you can't quite see that. Let me see if I can turn the brightness a little bit, make it a little bit easier for you. Okay, so you can kind of see it. So to put this in pairing mode for the iOS, you just hold down the pairing button and Y, and it'll turn purple. So there you go. It'll show up as Xbox wireless controller. On here, yeah, may affect Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, blah blah blah. Not really, I don't care. And then I have already put Minecraft on here ahead of time. Let's go and do it again. Stop getting notifications on here. That'd be great. Obviously, I didn't sign out on here because this is not mine. I'm just borrowing it. It does work a little bit faster on here, I will say. Then again, it is an iPad versus a Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. So this, obviously being older than my tablet that is newer, this is gonna have more computing power because that's what Apple's known for. So yeah, I will mention this stays purple whenever it's connected. Status LED anchors, I forgot to be mentioning this. Usually these will stay lit green. I don't know if there's a certain order or anything. But yeah, anyways, it does work a whole ton smoother. If I did have to play this on mobile someday with a controller, I would definitely use it on here. So yeah, other than that, it's working there. Okay, so I guess by default, hitting right on the trigger, maybe I did that, it opens up the chat. I need to do that in mine. That does that. I need to change those. I never did change the controls on here yet, but we're going to do it that way. Y brings up that. X brings up this. Plus pauses the game. The buttons go through there and do that way. Not really much else I could say that's different on here. But yeah, that's how you connect it. Sadly, that's the only method that I know of that it will connect to iOS. Other than that, I guess now we need to talk about what I think the pros and cons might be of this. I mean, the pro being that I can connect this to like many different devices all at once. I think that's awesome. So the being able to connect it to 6 different devices and not counting all the connections you can make, but there's Windows, Switch, Wii, GameCube, Android, Apple. That's 6 devices in total. If I were to count out all the connections, that'd probably almost double that, I bet. Top of that, it actually feels like it's made of pretty good quality plastic out there, and versus a lot of the other ones. Yes, obviously it's going to be more made of better quality versus what somebody would make it with a 3D printer because of what material they can get their hands on. There's one con that I could come up with so far that I don't like about this, and that would probably be when you're switching out the I'm gonna say paddle wheel. I don't know what you can call this on the back. Switching this out for the ones that don't have the buttons on there. because it almost feels like it wasn't going to snap in place. I don't know what it would be that would be causing it to not go in place very well, but that'd be one thing I'd like to see maybe a little bit of an improvement on. I know they added analog back. Maybe this is just a suggestion for the next model, but I would love to like not just have analog. I mean, it could be. I do kind of want it to have the digital click on it like the original GameCube controller has, but I mean, if that's a limitation for having the switches on here, then that is totally fine. Other than that, I love this thing so much, and I'll probably use it the whole time. But yeah, I think honestly, I like this better than the NYXI Wizard. Yeah, and I will say they did not pay me to do this. This is basically one of my birthday presents I got from my family, and it came in, and I've been wanting to unbox and make a video on this as soon as I got it, because it is so cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you like it, go and hit the like button down below. Ugh, I can't even talk today. And not that it matters anymore, but if you want to, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, even though they don't do diddly squat. I still need to make another video later on how you guys can get notifications without having to be subscribed on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. I will put a link to any of the other videos I mentioned, whether that be my unboxing of the NYXI Wizard, you know what, I'll put a link directly to the NYXI Wizard, the NYXIGame.com website. It only loads up, as far as I know, on Mozilla Firefox browser, if you guys have it. I don't think it will load up on Google Chrome or Brave browser. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Bye bye!